For the party?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back. All right, let's do this.
The news people, in touch with people, here on WTWO.
And we went on the air September 1st, 1965. Many a time we run wet film because, just think about it, you had to go out at the camera and then bring it back and process it.
Well, John, riders of Terre Haute's buses will have new ones at their pleasure. The city will bid.
I started as a photographer, so we shot film. We had silent film and sound on film. It was actually in the law, it was SOF. And for the first couple of years, we really didn't do much video at all. And it was such an innocent time in news. I remember when Channel 2 went color. That was one of the first things I thought was really neat.
When I started, I was using an electric typewriter. The news department, they had manual typewriters. You'd walk to the newsroom and everyone, had their manual typewriters, so you would hear the click, click, click.
So when I first started, you had these 50-pound cameras that you packed around and, VCR tapes.
And had this huge recorder with a cord, an umbilical cord from the recorder to the camera.
As that cloud bank continues moving to the southeast.
When I started here, we did a 6 o'clock newscast and we did a late newscast. We didn't stream anything. There wasn't an internet back then.
I am proud to say my very first day ever doing weather is now still the coldest day on record. Every single office, schools, government, everything closed. I called it baptism by fire.
I remember driving up to the building in 1994 and thinking, I'll be here 6 months. Well, 6 months has become 31 years that I have loved. And so when I got here and then I was telling stories, some of them of people that I knew, many of them of places that I knew, I just loved it.
Once you get this type of work into your heart and soul, it's hard to leave it. So you look at the people that have stayed consistently in this market. We've stayed for a reason. This is like family.
I wanted to do this as long as I could live. I used to go to AM radio stations when I was 10 years old, and I just loved it. I would do it again.
Remembering the past.
The first time that people in the Terre Haute area.
Looking toward our future.
So I've been through a lot of changes overall with the years, and just luckily I've been able to adapt.
The basics of news broadcasting really have not changed, and that being find the story, cover the story, write the story, and deliver the story. We are going to have to, as local broadcasters, speed it up a little bit.
I see that becoming even faster and faster. People may not always be sitting down to watch news at 6 o'clock.
I think WTWO is stepping into the new digital age. I think we're taking that next step into what's making broadcasting different.
And it's going digital. That's where it's going. And we're getting ready here to launch the big digital part of what we do.
It's continuing a legacy that was started 60 years ago, and you look back at the way TV has changed through the years. It has changed a lot technology-wise, but the same basic principles are still there. We need to be truthful, we need to be accurate, we need to be interesting, we need to be entertaining at times.
Eyewitness News was alive.
I can just say that it's a fun place to work, and we've become such a big family. Everyone, seems to know, about everybody else and their families and what they're going through.
One of the greatest things that I've enjoyed in my time is to see these young meteorologists come in and get a start and then go on and do great things elsewhere. And we have them all over the country.
Well, first of all, I would thank all the people that have come and worked at the station and been part of my life over the last 31 years. So many of them taught me things that I have appreciated. They have been friends. They have been with me through some tough times. So I would just say a big thank you.
Well, I'm glad I met you all, and I obviously did. And some of you, you know how much I love you. And I hope you've had a good life, especially in this business. But if you've left it and gone to something else, I certainly hope that you've been a success.
When I look down the road, this station will always be here. There is not a single person who's bigger than this station. Time will pass, people will come and go. The station will always be here. And part of the reason WTWO will always be here, it has committed itself to being part of the greater Wabash Valley. And I think that's what's going to make it stand the test of time, even as people come and go.
Channel 2, WTWO, has been my life, basically my adult life. I began here when I was 22 years old, and I left when I was 70. So everything that's ever happened to me as a man was when I was here. And there were a lot of changes. The one constant through all of that in my life was WTWO. And I think, quite frankly, that's why I stayed, because it was the one thing that was always there. And I was either afraid to let it go or damn glad that it was here and helped me along. So I kind of look at the station as my best lifelong friend.